Question number 10 wants us to create a relative frequency distribution and a relative frequency histogram for question number 8. Now, if we scroll back up, we created this frequency distribution in question 8. Now, when it comes to finding the relative frequency, as we did before, it is the probability or the percentage for each class. To find the relative frequency is pretty straightforward. We take the class frequency and divide it by the total frequency. So for example, if I want to find the relative frequency of the first class, I will take my class frequency of 7 and divide it by 55. And we repeat the same process until we have all of the relative frequencies. The sum of all relative frequencies should add up to 1, or in its percent form, 100%. Now, and if it doesn't, which is like 0.99 or 1.01, that is because we probably rounded. And that's still fine if we are rounding to numbers after the decimal. So to find the first relative frequency, the class frequency for 27 to 33 was 7 divided by the total of 55. Let's divide that and round the two numbers after the decimal. That is approximately 0.13. The class frequency from 34 to 40 was 14. Let's divide that. 14 divided by 55. And when I round to two numbers after the decimal, that is 0.25. Remember, look at the third number to determine if the second number stays where it's at or if it rounds up. The next class from 41 to 47 had a class frequency of 15. So that's 15 divided by 55. And that's going to be approximately 0.27. The next class was 11 divided by 55. This one should be a better number. I believe that's 0.2. Yep. So it's exactly 0.2. And notice how the first three I used the approximate symbol. The fourth one I'm using the equal to because it's an exact value. After that, let's continue. For the fifth and sixth class, each of those have a respective frequency of 3. So 3 divided by 55. That's approximately 0.05. And the last class had a frequency of 2. So the relative frequency, or the probability, if you want to call it, 2 divided by 55, that is 0.04. Because that 6 will make that 3 rounded to a 4. And when I add up all these values, I think I'm going to get 0.99 because I rounded. Yep, we get approximately 0.99 because once again, we are rounding. We can approximate that to be 1. So let's construct we constructed the relative frequency distribution. Let's now make the histogram. So the highest relative frequency is 0.27. Here, I'm gonna go up to 0.28. We can make this 0.14. Actually, no. I'm going to follow the notes I already have. Let's go to 0.03. It's 0.15, 0.05, 0.010. Oops, fix that. All right. Now let's construct our histogram. 0.13. I'm just going to approximate in this case. Won't be perfect. Next one is 0.25. Zero 0.27, yeah, I kind of want to make sure this is looking good. Zero 0.2. 0.05 twice. And then 0.4. 0.04. And there you go. That is your relative frequency histogram, as well as your relative frequency distribution. All right, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.